Hi everyone, it's Marie here from Skeins, and it's great to be back here on a Thursday, 1st of November. Who can believe it? Can't believe the year is racing away. I don't know whether little people in your house, if you had them tricked or treated yesterday as part of Halloween celebrations. I know my two little blokes did, and had a great time. And it is actually really quite a good time to head out and do all of those springtime activities and the warmer nights and all those good sorts of things. So I thought I would come and catch up with you because it is the first of the month, and this is a very special day today, 1st of November, and it's a special day because today is my mum's birthday. So happy birthday, Mum, who is of a certain age, and I won't embarrass her on live Facebooking, but she is, yes, no, it's my mother's birthday today, and it's also my cousin's daughter, who's I'm very close to. It's her 21st today. So Ella, happy 21st, darling, and hopefully I will see you next month for the celebrations. That will be like a couple of birthdays in the McBusky soiree and whānau at the moment, so happy birthday to all of those. And anyone else having a birthday today too. I have got lots to talk about today because it is a new month. Oh yes, happy birthday to my mum. Yes, Mother Busky she's going to be enjoying her birthday today. I know she is. New month. And the Crazy for Colour, I'm so thrilled. Crazy for Colour. I've been going through all the posts. Huge number of posts were popped up with Crazy for Colour over the last few days, and I was sort of catching up with them today because if you can't sort of hear, I've been a bit sick. In fact, I've been horizontal until this morning, and I'm at work today under the influence of lots of drugs and caffeine to get me here. And there have been some great projects, absolutely wonderful projects. I've just loved the colours. I've loved seeing all the creativity, what you've done, what you've played around with. It's just been fantastic. It's been really inspiring and interesting and joyful and just really quite wonderful. So we have drawn 3 more winners who I have flipped notes through to today, and I'm going to show you actually because I was really organised. For each of those winners you will be getting a ball of opal sparkle. Ooh, because you know you've got to have a bit of bling. Bit of bling is good, and you will also get a set of DPNs as well to go with your opal sparkle. So we've got 2 balls of that colour. Look at that, lovely, and 1 of that colour. Look at that. So the winners of those are Margot Marshall, Helen Thompson, and Shirley Watson. So congratulations to the 3 of you for winning those, and those packs will be out to you fairly shortly. And in fact, I've got a funny feeling one of you might be local, so you could be calling in to pick that up. So well done, and thank you for posting, and thank you to everyone that posted. It really was quite brilliant, and it was also brilliant to see all of the Outlaw projects that were posted, and a lot of those projects then were cross-posted over into Outlaw October. And I spoke to Debs just earlier on because I judged one of the categories in Outlaw October, which I also did last year, and there have been some fantastic entries in there, and those winners will be announced fairly shortly. She's in the middle of collating all the judges at the moment and making sure that we get our decisions back to her on that. So yeah, it was so good to see that. So hopefully you are one of those lucky winners as well, and you have your own shopping spree, which will be just wonderful because there's that wonderful shopping spree, or multiple shopping sprees up for grabs with Deb at Outlaw. So I'm just going to give you a couple of little short bits of news, and we're going to plough straight into this month's theme because I know you're all itching if you haven't caught up. I did post it earlier in the speakeasy, but what we're up to this coming month. Now, first things first from Claire is I have to show you this. See, I'm still using my phone at the moment, so everything reverses out, which is a real pain in the bum. But anywho, let's show it that way. Isn't that pretty? This is warm, the wonderful warm, that the 14 ply that we had. I know you guys have loved it. In fact, the first batch completely sold out. We were absolutely delighted, and it was sold out so quickly that we did commission a second batch. And in that batch, what we've done is we've swapped out one of the colours. The one colour that was the sort of the slowest of them was the Brunswick, which was the sort of British racing car green. We've actually switched that out into this really rich sort of deep tealy turquoisey colour, and I think that will actually sit with the rest of the range. I mean, downstairs it looks amazing, and it will sit with the rest of the range, I think, just a wee bit better, and it will have it goes amazingly with the bullion. It looks incredible with the greys and with the maroon, and it just ties it all together, I think, a wee bit better. So that is now online and in store, so do come in and check that out. And also, if you happen to be here in Napier, in store we have now got a fresh lot of orange tail yarn back in store. So we were literally down to our last 2 skeins, so we cracked the whip on our wee Virginia, and she has dropped off a huge big tub of orange tail indie dyed speckled yarns in both her 4-ply and twist on twist 4-ply, high twist 4-ply, and it looks just amazing. So do call down and check those out if you are in and about the bay. I hopefully will actually get some of those up on some of the online as well, with the ones that we've got more colours of, so you can actually pick up some of those if you want to too. So no, really pleased to have that back in store. So those are my messages. And the one thing I have remembered to do, so I've been so slack, is that I never showed you my completed, there you go, 1931, the nice sort of gradient there, look at that, beautiful, Niara. So that's all done as well. So I've been, you know, on the job, as it were. So I'm really pleased, really pleased with that. Right, if you have been into the Speakeasy group this morning, you will see that I have placed the announcement for what this month's theme is going to be, and it is called Hot 100. Hot 100, you may ask? Well, Hot 100 is a theme. We thought we'd make it nice and easy, because let's face it, the weather's getting a wee bit warmer, we're getting busier, there's lots going on. Hot 100 is whatever you can make out of 100 grams. Doesn't matter what weight the yarn is, but 100 grams is what we're working with. And the reason for that is it's a nice easy number to deal with. It's either 2 standard balls of 50 gram of whatever your favourite yarn is, or for a lot of indie dyed yarns, they come in 100 gram skeins. So you may have that single skein lurking around that you've been looking for something to do, or, hence the reason we have these, things like good old opal sock come in 100 grams, warm comes in 100 grams. So whatever you've got in 100 grams, what you can make out of that is what we want to see. So this is great because it covers things like socks. And I haven't had a sock theme per se. And I know that there are oodles of you that are regular sock makers and love to make socks. So socks are perfect. So I want to see socks. I want to see hats. If you've got hats left over from Hatitude, want to see those. 100 grams is ideal because many of us are knitting gifts at the moment for Christmas. But most of us do knit smaller gifts, or actually presents for our children's teachers and all those sorts of things. So cowls, hats, mitts, anything that you can think of, but as long as it takes 100 grams. There you go, pop it up. That's what we want to have a look at. Get us inspired with those smaller projects to actually kick things off and get rid of things, you know, or create things out of one ball. When I was talking to Debs earlier, because of course a good number of Debs's yarns come in 100 gram balls, and I said to her, well, what's your favourite 100 gram project? And she said absolutely the Hat for Who, which I have talked about before, which is this wonderful, wonderful hat from Laar. Brilliant ribbed hat, deliciously simple, but with a couple of quirky little skill elements there, and it's an ideal hat because it will go with anything, is for anybody, and it only takes one ball, preferably a vanitas, but it doesn't matter, one ball of decent length ball of DK. So those are the sorts of things that you're after. Also this month, we have got a designer on board who is going to give me some tokens, and we'll also give some extra bits and pieces away to give away some of her projects. And that is the wonderful Amy van der Laar, who is Baroque Pearls on Ravelry, and also she has her own Baroque Pearl website. And many of you may be aware, Amy is actually a Kiwi now residing in Australia. She's been designing for a number of years, had a number of patterns published across nutty.com and other publications, and I love Amy's work. It's simple but classic and slightly contemporary and funky and a little bit quirky, and they're really, really knittable patterns. And I've actually owned several of her patterns, and one of my absolute favorites there is I think I've shown this before, this is the beeswax hat, which I bought especially to knit in this yarn, which is the Orb Gold. And it's still, in fact, I didn't even deep pills or anything, I just literally pulled this out of my hat basket at home. It's one of my favourites, wear it all the time. And this hat and the entire beeswax collection, which also includes a cowl, and it includes a shawl, but both of those are outside of the top 100, but it also includes, I'm going to just fold that around there, look at that, those wonderful mitts too. Now those mitts only take a ball of DK. Now imagine those, again, in either that Orb DK Gold or the Albertine Midnight Sun would look amazing in these, or even any yarn. I mean, that and Silver Lining, you know, with that beautiful graininess and the smoothness of that Silver Lining yarn, that would make those cross stitches just completely pop out and sit up. Just absolutely beautiful. So that is definitely one of the patterns she's done. And the other one I've just got and popped here is that one at the bottom, is called the Pea Cowl. Isn't that beautiful? This, with these beautiful little lace hearts, is a brilliant pattern if you're looking for a pattern for gift giving, particularly if it's someone really special, or you're wanting it for a teacher's gift. I think that would make an amazing teacher's gift, or an amazing gift for someone special in your life. And she's knitted that in Vanitas, so that's been done with one ball of Vanitas. So I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And that one is called the Pea Cowl. Other patterns she has that are absolutely brilliant, and this is an older one, and she's knitted these. Unfortunately, the yarns that she's knitted these in, a few of these yarns we no longer have, but I love them because they work beautifully in other ranges. There we go. That one there's called the Paper Crown, and it's part of a greater collection that she has for children and babies' hats. Really fun hat. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Now, those ones were knitted, and these have been knitted in Merino Soft. Now, we've sort of moved to softer colours in Merino Soft, but these stronger colours, you can still get some stronger colours in the Brain Fart Orb Fine. However, I actually think these would look really amazing. I mean, these are in the bright primary colours, but those would look great in the Sock Petition edition. They'd also look really, really good in the new Southlander Sport. Would look fantastic, particularly this little blue bloke here, which you won't really see it, but it's sort of kind of like got a wedged shape in there. But both of those would look really fantastic in those yarns. So those, I think those are great. And here's my favourites. If you've got some Sock Petition, a couple of balls of Sock Petition edition, I know many of you have, look at that. Now, if you've got the milk, which is like that grey, now we didn't do a bright pink obviously in that range, but any of the other colours, like the purple would look incredible with that, which is the Baker, or any of them actually, the Bruton, the Montagne, any of those other Sock Petition colours with that milk would look absolutely fantastic in these mitts. They're called the multifaceted mitts. They're part of a wider collection, but you can get them on your own. And again, beautiful piece of colour work. It's all about the colour work right now. There's loads of colour work out there, and again, these look sort of bright and fresh and quirky, and they will be fun to knit and perfect if you've got those couple of balls of yarn lurking around. And the other one I popped out and printed it, because she's got loads, by the way, heaps and heaps, but these are just a quick selection. I also really like that guy there. And that one is called, I think it's called the Heart Pop Hat. Heart Pop Hat, there you go. A couple of balls of DK in that one. And again, you know, that, I mean, in Albertine, amazing. Orb DK, amazing. Silver lining, amazing. But again, if you wanted to go a little bit more rustic, I have to say I can see that Southlander in that would look quite amazing, but it's just got those really lovely little heart motifs in there, some really nice little diamond shaping towards the crown to actually give you a really smart beret finished hat. So there's some loads of ideas from there. So all of these, if you're joining late, from Amy van der Laar, aka Baroque Pearls, and throughout the month what we will be doing is giving away some prize packs of some of Amy's patterns with the yarns to go with them to actually make them. So that's the loads and loads and loads of fun. So actually there we go, Frances has just said she reckons they look like, actually they do look like strawberries, Frances, you're right, you are so right. Gosh, and imagine that actually in the red triangle with silver lining. Oh, that'd be so good. Thank you, Frances. Yeah, you're right, they do look like strawberries. Anyway, so that is our theme, Hot 100. So get yourself posting. I'd love to see what you've got up your sleeves. And I'm narrowing down what we're going to work on over the summer months. I've got a few options on the go. I'm just waiting for a couple of things. I've been talking to another designer about that to come forward, and I'm actually on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for, I've got, I think I've got my knitting pattern sorted, but I actually would like a separate crochet pattern as well, and I'm looking at a couple of ideas, but I will put my hand up. As you know, I'm a very rudimentary crocheter, so all those crocheters out there, flick me through and send me some ideas, throw it in this thread here for a project in crochet that actually would be something that could be worked for those who aren't knitters across those summer months. So I'm looking for something that is a little bit more substantial than just something quick and easy. So I will be either a cardigan or a top or a vest or a sweater or a reasonable sort of shawl, something that's got a little bit more grunt to it to actually last for a couple of months. So if you've got some suggestions, I'd really love to see them, because I think that would be a huge help, because for me even, we all work through patterns quite quickly, and sometimes it's good to have a couple of different ideas on the go. So if you're a crocheter, please let me know some ideas, because I've had a look at some, but they don't really grab me, and I thought, well, I'll talk to the experts and see what you'd like to see. So yeah, definitely do that. What else have I got to tell you? Oh yes, actually this isn't far away at all. This is sitting down at Balling now, and I've actually put that up there. So that's the cabaret, so that will be coming out very, very soon. So that's actually, and that will be coming out, wait for it, in a 100 gram ball. So that'll be available for Hot 100 as well. So I think that's about all really. Oh, there we go, look at that. Sampler box. Look, I've written my notes. Claire did give me some notes. Sampler boxes. Those who have put in orders, the Sock Mortician sampler boxes were massively, massively popular. We have got another sampler box order on the way, so there are definitely some more of those coming. And we're going to look at putting together some other sampler boxes as well. They've just been hugely popular for people for gifts and things. So look out for those coming up over the Christmas months, or we're heading into Christmas. And also too, hopefully, fingers crossed, from next week I'll be able to start getting loaded up for you interchangeable needles. Yes, we've now bought in some interchangeable needles because many of you have been after tips and cords and things like that, and we've had a rudimentary collection that we've had, but we've actually bought in a selection of those as well. So this is all still happening here. So have a great weekend. I will talk to you again next week, and until then, have a great time, and send me, if you're a crocheter, send me those crocheted selections for our big summer project. Talk to you soon. Bye.